Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Mesa in Arizona. Sorry, that was one of my favorite songs, Witchy Woman. Witchy Woman. Um, you would not be, you would not believe I've had such a productive day today, and I've still got all this energy to burn. But today is Winning Wednesday. What wins have you been celebrating today? Today we've been looking at what have been our wins in 2020, and what are we going to do moving forward into 2021. So today we want to celebrate your 2020 wins. I know this year has brought a lot of change for a lot of people, but there is definitely one thing that's permanent in life. One of the things permanent in life is change. So we have to go with the flow. Ooh, I like that. I haven't done that one for a while. Just to do the. Can't really do it very well sitting down. It's a lot better when you stand up. I'm going from side to side than side to front. No idea where my brain's at. I think I left it somewhere. So, celebrating your wins in 2020. What wins have you had this year that you can celebrate? Take those wins, create your plans for 2021 so that you can. So, in two sleeps, just two sleeps, you'll be able to unlock that door on 2021 and open it and step through and have an incredible year, even better than 2020. 2020 has been a great base to kickstart what's going to happen in 2021. The global pause has been phenomenal, with the abundance of opportunities that it has brought about. And there's a favorite saying that is, opportunities multiply as they are seized. So, how many opportunities, and it's by Sun Tzu, how many opportunities this year have you seized in your hands and held on to them and made them, brought them to fruition, or even just planted the seeds so next year they come into full bloom? I mean, that's probably what all my energy is. It is just super excitement right now for what is coming in 2021. Two sleeps to unlock the door for 2021. So, what are your wins for today? Today around here has been like Grand Central Station. There have been RVs pulling out, and there's been RVs coming in. At one point, we had two coming in on our street within the space of like 10 minutes. And I was like, well, this is going to be interesting. And then they had just parked those two, and another one turns up. And I'm like, jeepers. But we had like 3 or 4 leave today. When I first moved into this road between the two manufactured homes, there's like 9 sites. For the last week or two, there's been 8 of them have been occupied. I think two of them left this morning. There was one over there that left. There was one over there that left. I'm just talking about that 9 stretches just on where my RV is parked on one of those 9 sites. And so we've had 8 of them occupied. Now I think we might have all of them occupied because there was another one that came in, but it went down there, and then I heard them backing it up. So, looking out the window, I know they're not on the other side of the road. So we had one on the other side of the road come in today. One right next to us came in today because those people left. They left yesterday. Yeah, they left yesterday. So the site right next to us left yesterday. We've got a travel trailer in there now, and then 2 sites down from that, we had another RV go in there today, which was empty, and so that makes this whole row full. And I think the person this side on my driver's side of me, I think they're leaving tomorrow. I think, or it might be a week from, might be next week. I think it's tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll find out tomorrow, won't I? But it has been, and it was sort of like, wow, so these 2 come in within 10 minutes, in the space of 10 minutes, they get them parked, and they just got those parked, and a third one shows up. And I'm like, wow, it's like Grand Central Station around here. And of course, traffic's getting all blocked and everything else. Um, oh, and one thing I learned today, I totally forgot to put this in my thing. So yesterday, so back in October, a friend of mine sent me samples of a product that she promotes and sells, and it was sent to me on the 28th of October. I got it yesterday. Somehow during that 2 month window, it ended up in New York for a few weeks before it came back to Phoenix, back to the mail distribution center to then be sent out. So I was talking to Chris, our mail carrier today, and telling her about this, and she's just, so she was telling me that like she's just like half the staff in their mail sorting center. I'm not sure if it's here in Phoenix or whether it's nationwide. Probably just here in Phoenix. She's like half the staff in their mail center, sorting center here in Phoenix. She says they're out with COVID. About half their staff have been hit with COVID, and she said so we're running at low capacity, but and she said, people are getting frantic because they can't find their packages. She says, we have not lost them. We just don't have the staff right now to sort them. And so she's working long days to try and get as much delivered as possible. But she says, we can only deliver what gets sorted. And she says right now the sorting center in Phoenix is running at half capacity because the other half are out with COVID. So if you are expecting packages and parcels and things, and especially packages and parcels and mail and all that, and it hasn't arrived yet, please be patient. Okay, please be patient, because they are working hard but they're running at low capacity, and I don't know if it's just here in Phoenix or if it's nationwide that this problem has occurred, but just be patient. Chris says, she says, we haven't lost, she says, if you're expecting any parcels, we haven't lost them. Honestly, we have not lost them. She says they're there. You just got to give us time to catch up. And of course, all of this with everything going on with Christmas and everything else, they've had more capacity because a lot of people aren't traveling. So more people have been shipping stuff lately. So she says, we haven't lost it. She said it's just sitting there waiting to be sorted, and we just don't have the stuff to keep up with the capacity of mail we have right now. So please be patient with the postal service if you are expecting mail and packages and things like that, because there is a backlog, and they're doing their best to clear it. So please give them a little leeway there. But for lunch, I had to put in comfort food today because I haven't done this in so long. Now, typically I am not one that likes to use a microwave. But today I pulled out some English muffins and split them open, and I put some cheese on top of them and stuck them in the microwave and melted it all. And so I made like little mini cheese pizzas using English muffins. But I had on there butter and date butter. I had date butter on there as the sauce underneath the cheese. Because when we came through Dateland on our way here to Mesa, date butter was one of the things I got. We finished the date and raspberry one eons ago, but we're just about to finish the date butter one. So smeared some of that on. But I grew up in a country where we like to butter our bread first before we put anything on it. So I buttered my English muffins, I put my date butter on there, and then put grated cheese on there and stuck it in the microwave, nuked it, and so it was all melty. And of course the butter melts into the English muffin, makes it soft and it's all soft and squishy. It actually tastes really good. I would rather use an oven to grill it this way, but I don't know how to turn my oven on, and my propane tank is down near the quarter mark, so I really don't want to turn my cooktop on right now to do anything with the cooking or in the oven, because it will use the gas up too fast, and I need it right now until I figure out how to get propane. The front office has not been very helpful, because it depends on who you get, and they always tell you, oh, we'll look it up for you and call you back, and then they never call you back. So I'm sort of like, I think I might have to go for a walk down there one day, leave Zeph behind and go for a walk down to the office and go, okay, I would like to know. And they told me that they would deliver my new name tags, vehicle tags, and all of that for my extended stay through the 2nd of March. They would deliver that today. All I got today was my electrical bill for the month, of December. So I don't know where the other stuff is. I don't know if they're going to deliver it tomorrow, because that's my official check-in day. I don't know. So microwave that, and then I had also gotten, when I did my shopping a while ago, I got these cans of soup that come in the can. You just take the top off, shake it up, peel open the top of the can, and then you stick it in the microwave for about a minute, and it heats up. And and I thought, okay, I really don't like using the microwave, but and because it's just a single serving, I can't really put it in the Instapot without it burning. So I'm like, So I thought, okay, we'll try it, we'll give it a go. So I had one today that it was called a sipping soup. And so I had a tomato and basil soup today with my melted cheese on top of the English muffin. Oh, so good. It was so good. It said to heat it for a minute, the soup for a minute, but it was barely warm. So, and I don't even know what wattage my microwave is, so I had to stick it in for another minute to get it up to an acceptable drinking temperature. But I sat here with my soup and my melted cheese on an English muffin. It was so good. Oh my gosh, I haven't had that in I don't remember when. Actually, now I think of it, I do, because Chris and Ash came over March last year, I think it was. Yeah, March last year when I had the infection in my saliva glands. And I had my Vitamix there. And so Chris made this really yummy, fresh tomato and basil soup for all of us. And then we had this yummy um, bread to go with it. And I can't remember what we put on the bread. But they made me this yummy soup thing. And it was so good. Oh, that's it because it was freshly made and it was made in the Vitamix. And if you've ever made soup in the if you've never made soup in a Vitamix before, you've got to try it because it is awesome. You throw your fresh ingredients in there and use some hot water and you spin it up. And because of the speed at which the blades are spinning, it can actually heat up what's in your blender. So you actually end up making a hot soup, and it tasted so good. It was they had fresh tomatoes, fresh basil. I'm not sure what else, and hot water in there. I'm not sure what else, but it came out of there almost piping hot. It was great, and we sat there with bowls of soup. But yeah, so this time I just had this little can. It wasn't bad. It actually tasted pretty good, so I was quite impressed. But with the grilled cheese, with the melted cheese on top of the English muffin, it was nice comfort food. And we have a little cool. Got to 62 today, but inside the RV it got into the 70s because we've got that window open so the sun can come in. The window open on the south side where we've got the reflectix. I only got it half open from the reflectix so the sun can come in just that half of the window. And but once the sun starts disappearing, it starts cooling down pretty quickly. So we're going to have to start closing up the front door and all of that today. And but otherwise, we had an awesome day with productivity, working on a couple of projects today, the family tree today, and then I had my accountability call on top of it all. So I would had a really good accountability call. It was my final one for 2020. I just want to know what my plans were for 2021. So we talked about some of those that are coming into effect, and figuring out when I want to get when I want to get some of the stuff done by. And like I've said, well, I've got a drop dead date on this one that it has to be done by this, and this other thing that I want to change and do it's got a drop dead date of this, so I have to get it done before then. But I want to get it done before those cutoff dates, simply because I'm not doing a last minute rush, so that I can get it done. And so yeah, so it's been a very good day. Did some connecting as well on LinkedIn today. When I was having a break from a couple of projects, I had to be in a LinkedIn profile for a client today to send out some messages for them in LinkedIn. And then after I finished that portion of the project and I was on a break, but I haven't been in LinkedIn for a little bit. So I got in there and did some messaging and connecting with some people. So that was pretty cool. Haven't done that for a while. So this is our last Winning Wednesday for 2020. So let us know what your wins are for 2020. Even if it's just something of, I survived. That is a win. You got through 2020. You survived. Even if it's nothing more than that, because I know some people turn around and says, "Well, this collapsed and that collapsed and da 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 da," and I'm like, "But you're here." They're like, "What do you mean?" I said, "You survived." I said, I said, if nothing went right with your business this year, I said, it doesn't matter because you're still here. And they have to stop and think about that. There's something positive in anyone. We go through these challenges for a reason. Some of these challenges we go through are to give us a big shake on our foundation because we may be going in the wrong direction and it's trying to shake us over to where we need to be. It's like the shake up that and I'm sort of like, I sit here and I think at times, because 2020 has been a big upheaval. I still got to do a lot of stuff that I wanted to do this year. I may not have been able to do it in the way I wanted to do it, like my big road trip. Didn't get to go where I wanted to go, fully where I wanted to go. I got to go do some of it. But the other parts of the US that I wanted to go visit, I couldn't because places were closed down for COVID. States were closed to having campers, having RVs come through, or people traveling through the campgrounds. There were places where campgrounds wouldn't take reservations any less than 14 days. And then there were ones that would not allow overnight stays. There were ones where all campgrounds were closed because they considered them non-essential. Things like that that came through. And it was just like, okay, I can't go that way. Let's go this way. And it wasn't a problem. Yes, there was some disappointment in friends that I had said, hey, I'm coming into your area. I'm not sure exact date I'm going to be there, but I'm going to be heading up your way on this trip. and then to turn around and say, I can't come your way because your state won't let me in, um, or whatever the situation was. And they, there was disappointment on both sides, but we all understood that situation. It was just, big changes. But I feel like I've been, had my world rocked a little too much in the last few years. So I'm sort of like, I would like 2020 to be a year of expansion, a year of growth in my businesses, without all the drama that I've had over the last, few years. I just want a year that's drama free, but everything that I have planted over the years comes to fruition. So I feel like I've been through a heck of a planting season, and now I'm ready. And now I'm ready for growth and harvesting. So that's my plan for 2020 is growth and harvesting. So we'll see what happens. So what plans do you have for 2020, for 2021? So 2021 is going to be, for me, is going to be growth and harvesting, because the last few years, through all the trials and tribulations I have been through, there have been seeds that have been planted along the way, lots of seeds. She's watching a dog out the window. If you're hearing Zeffy. What's the matter, Zeph? Is there a dog out there and it's not paying you any attention? Come here. Come over here. I'll give you lots of attention and loves. Oh, we were dancing today too. I would get up very frequently and take breaks and would dance. And Zephy's guy said, do you want to dance? And she'll come over and stand there, and her back end would be going like this. And then I would take my hands, put my hands out like this, and she would jump up and do her little doggy two-step, then jump back down again and go back to wriggling around and turning around in circles. And so she's got her own little dancing thing going on there, so it's kind of cute. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but she only gets this way when there's a dog outside or somebody who she knows that carries treats and she gets treats from. I'm not sure who it is because it's out the side where it's all... But the direction she's looking is the dog park, so I suspect, wonder if her little playmate's over there. She has a little playmate. But anyway, we've got to go get ready, because we may be meeting up with her little playmate and walking over to the bigger park where they've got more space to run around in. And we will see how that goes in the bigger dog park. But anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Celebrate your 2020 wins. Please go out there, celebrate your 2020 wins in whatever way you want to. Even if it's just as simple as the fact that you survived 2020. Even if it's just that, it's worth celebrating. I'm going to go take my dog for WA, okay? So have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We will catch you tomorrow for the last day of the year, of the last day of 2020, and it's also Thankful Thursday. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. He konera.